blitz flag is thrown. There's your first down and a lot more for Demaryius Thomas.
9-9
Swing and a shot by Freeman. Deep into the night. Back-to-back homers for the Braves.
Blake Griffin will turn. Shoot a three for the win. Foul. They go. They got the big land. They go.
All right. Good evening. It's Friday night. You know what that means. It's time for the number one sports podcast in the world. It's time for Sports4U. Live on YouTube. I'm John. That's Mark. Nick Freeze will be back next week. We'll be live on your TV screens, on your laptops, your desktops, on X, and YouTube. So hit that subscribe button for Sports4U podcast on YouTube, the Townhouse Media, and Culture Clash Network. Obviously, also you can also scan this wonderful QR code right here. You can subscribe to Sports4U on YouTube or Culture Clash Network as well. But make sure you scan that QR code. It'll take you right to the YouTube page. What up, Sam? All right, lots to talk about tonight on a Friday night. Obviously, we got a lot going on in the world of NFL. What up, Noodle? Noodle, what up with it? College football this weekend. And a couple of NBA stories I want to talk about. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. I'm going to go first off with MLB. Obviously, we talked about this a little bit on Tuesday, but yeah, they did officially announce the Cy Young and MVPs as we pretty much expected. AL Cy Young did go to Tarek Schoolboy of the Detroit Tigers. Garrett Crochet from the Red Sox second, followed by Brown from the Astros. Max Fried was fourth, and then Wu was fifth from the Mariners. And then over in the National League, the NL Cy Young, no surprise here. Paul Skeens, unanimous NL Cy Young. Christopher Sanchez from the Phillies was second. The World Series MVP, Yoshinobu Yamamoto was third. You had Logan Webb from the Giants four, and then Johnny Peralta from Brewers came in fifth. Yeah, RIP Coach Bean, the sad story on John Bean, the coach from Last Chance U, died from a gunshot wound today. Just sad story. So I want to send prayers out to his family and that university. Also, no surprise here. We already knew we made our MVP picks, but it was no surprise. It was no shocker who was going to be the MVPs of the AL and the American League, and that was early back-to-back. Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge for the second straight year, both going back-to-back as MVPs. Judge, his third MVP, now ties with the most in Yankee history, joining Joe DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle, and Yogi Berra. As for Shohei Ohtani, is his fourth, his second with the Dodgers after winning two with the Angels. We're seeing greatness in front of our eyes, but I want to stick with Ohtani real quick because obviously there's only Ohtani is getting put in that GOAT status, and there's one name that keeps coming up, and that is one Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds is the only other person who has more MVPs in MLB history than Shohei Ohtani now. As for Aaron Judge, only him and Barry Bonds have the most MVPs for players to not win a World Series, which is crazy. Barry Bonds never won the World Series. It's crazy, but yeah, he's Japanese Babe Ruth, a modern day Barry Bonds. I still think Barry Bonds, much as I hate the Giants, I still would consider Barry Bonds to go with, but you can't argue what Ohtani's doing right now.
I want to wait till Ohtani's done.
He's got a lot. He's got a lot more years left to play, but 4 MVPs in the last 5 years, and him and Aaron Judge have gotten 7 out of the last 10 between both leagues. Is something special, and I think we need to appreciate these two while they're still here. We don't know. Obviously, they're both 30, but what up? What up, Faith? Doing good.
What's up, Faith?
Doing good. But no surprise, Jared. Those were your MVPs of Major League Baseball.
I still got Barry Bonds to go too.
Yeah. We got some NBA to talk about. We'll go to the NBA real quick. We're watching it's group play in the NBA Cup resumed tonight. Just watched the Lakers defeat the Pelicans, and then earlier the Heat beat the Knicks. The Knicks beat the Heat without Jalen Brunson. And right now we have the Warriors and the Spurs going on right now in San Antonio. So we get Steph versus Wemby. But Steph Curry's in the news for a whole nother conversation. What up, JoJo? A whole nother conversation.
What up, JoJo?
If y'all didn't hear the news, Steph Curry yesterday, it was reported from Shams Charania that he's parted ways with longtime endorser Under Armour. His standalone endeavor, the Curry brand, will move forward independently. But as of right now, Steph Curry although you see him right now, he's still wearing his Under Armour Steph Curry's. But pregame, you saw him working out in the Kobe Sixes, the Mambas, the Giannis. Steph Curry is officially a sneaker free agent.
Oh, shit, I did not know that.
This news broke yesterday. And now everyone's wondering who's going to put in their bids. Let me give you a little history over something that happened with Steph Curry. We all know him being with Under Armour and all the shoes their dad like and blah, blah, blah. But when Steph Curry first got into the NBA, he was a Nike athlete. There's this infamous story. And I see shout out to Dr. Guru who tweeted this yesterday. Never forget, Steph Curry might have never been with Under Armour if it wasn't for Nico Harrison botching Nike's pitch to Steph. Called him Seth Curry, his younger brother. Presentation had KDs in it. Didn't offer him a signature shoe. So back in 2013, while Steph was still signed to Nike, during this work, Nico Harrison had a presentation to Steph. While according to Harris, he may have called him Seth, and the presentation was made of shoes from Kevin Durant when he was with Kevin Durant's. This along with not offering Curry a signature shoe caused the superstar to leave and switch from Nike and sign with Under Armour. Now you fast forward 12 years later, Steph Curry is now a sneaker free agent. Yes, Sam, this is real. Steph Curry is I think by the end of the year or by February, which is All-Star Weekend, Steph Curry will no longer be a Under Armour athlete. And this was in the works. Some people were kind of shocked by this, but listening to Chris Haynes earlier on NBA TV last night on NBA TV, he said this was something that was in the works for a while. What do you make of this news with Steph Curry?
I don't know. I think it's interesting. I think Under Armour waited till he was on the downside of his career before they parted ways with him. I think that's a play. I think Nike gonna be back at it though. I think as long as Nico not there, I think Nike will be back at it.
Well, we know Nico's not there. What about Nico Harrison? Obviously, he was running Nike, and obviously he was in charge of Steph's negotiation, but obviously that didn't work, and that's how Steph ended up at Under Armour. If I'm Nike, I'm hitting up Steph Curry, righting the wrong, and bringing him back to Nike. Now, I think eventually he's going to take his time because obviously whoever signs Steph also has to sign the Curry brand. So remember, Steph now is going to try to, have his own version of Jordan brand. He wants the Curry brand. What up, Zach? Happy National PJ Day and National Pickle Day. Hey, yo, balls. National Pickle Day is insane. But yeah, that's something to talk about. Shout out to Allie Clifton, of course, from Spectrum Sportsnet, now also a part of the NBA on Prime crews there. We're watching this game. The Warriors are up 34-33 as we're 4 minutes up in the second quarter. De'Aaron Fox is back. And they just saw, De'Aaron Fox is back. Last night, I think the Warriors beat the Spurs, and Wemby and Stephon Castle each had over 20-point triple doubles. Wow, Wemby with a step back, but I didn't like that shot.
Oh yeah.
So there's something to keep your eye on. Let's talk a little college football before we get heavy into the NFL. I deemed today's show a football buffet because this is going to be exactly what this weekend is. It is just a barrage of great football on for the NFL, in college, for your viewing entertainment. And I'm gonna start with the college games. We got Oklahoma, Alabama. That's going to be part of this huge triple-header on ABC, starting with Notre Dame, Penn State. Then there will be the middle game of Oklahoma and Bama. And then in the nightcap, it's March Georgia Bulldogs versus Texas. You go back a year ago, people were ready to get rid of Kalen DeBoer. And now look at what he's done. Since in a year's time, he has finally found his footing as the coach in Alabama. Yo, JoJo, you hungry?
BJ's and pickles.
Yo, you good?
Is that what she said?
It says PJ's and pickles.
Oh.
Did it just say BJ's and pickles? Well, I know you use BJ's and pickles. Something like this might happen.
How much do I get if I knock out a light? 20 points. Oh.
Yes. Perfect. That was
I clearly can't open my eye.
All right, shout out to Cade Cunningham. The 303 is popping the Pistons. While he rocked. Well, hold on. Cade Cunningham had a game the other day where he had 46 points, where it took him damn near 40 shots to get there.
He took 45 shots.
That is not cool. When was the Freaky Friday gonna kick in? I don't.
I'm holier than thou today.
I didn't say nothing. JoJo's one was talking about PJs and pickles. She wants to put some jam on some nut butter on her pickles. Oh man, did I say that out loud? I meant peanut butter on her pickles.
John, are you? John, that's what I'm talking to asking you today. Is you good?
I'm still trying to figure out what did I say? What did I do wrong earlier?
MAGA.
Hey man. That's what it was, man. That's what it was. President was real. President, he was serious when he said MAGA. He was serious.
Oh my God, not this again. Nope.
Well, I didn't know it was that type of MAGA. That I wasn't down with that MAGA either. But what I do, Bella? I don't know. Should we call him Donald? Call him Donald Louis. Shut up,
John.
My bad. But back to these games. Bama, Oklahoma's clearly the playoff. We're in playoff season now. So for those who missed it, sorry, JoJo. Anytime she says my name like that, she's doing that first because a certain person can't. It's for a certain person who's absent right now. By the way, shout out to Nessa. She had knee surgery yesterday. Went well, so send some prayers and some positive vibes to her way right now. She's according to her dad, she has a brand new ACL. So, wow, say her name and she appears. But here's how the
what in the hell? All right,
see type BS people, you know, man. But back to the playoff. Back to college back to college football. Obviously we have. Yeah, they are. This is the Jalen Hurts Bowl. You had the school that he had his first school in Bama. He had his new school, and he had a school he ended up leaving, which was
Oklahoma.
Oh, he ended up going to as a transfer in Oklahoma. So again, here's how the standings look right now. You got Bama's right now number 4, and you have Oklahoma at number 11. Obviously, we're gonna get into Georgia and Texas in a minute, but then also you gotta look at where they're projected to go because this year, which is smart, they're not going to be doing things based off because you won your conference. So if you look at it again right now, both Bama's in, but Oklahoma would be out because obviously you got South Florida who's leading their conference. They would get an at-large bid. And then Miami leading the ACC would give them an at-large bid. So this is a big game for Oklahoma if they want to try to get into the playoff. I think Bama, they can't afford to wet the bed now. Kellen DeBoer's been coaching well. Ty Simpson's been playing good. They've been looking like Bama. They've been looking like a traditional Bama team. So hopefully, I mean Tennessee is out of it. So I really don't care right now. I'll just know we're bowl eligible, and we'll see how things go. What bowl game we'll play in, but I think this is going to be a good game. What you make of Bama and Oklahoma?
I think it's a big game, man. I do think that Bama's gonna win though, but I think it's gonna be a good game. And there's a lot of playoff, like you were saying, a lot of playoff things on the line. So Texas A&M.
Right now, Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, and Bama will be the top 4 seeds. Obviously, Ohio State being ranked number 1, and then obviously Indiana's number 2 because they lead the Big Ten. Texas A&M is right now number 1 in the SEC, and then Bama is ranked 4th. So, but they're doing everything based off who are the 4 best teams. So,
and this 12-team playoff, they have 1, 2, 3. How many SEC schools?
6 SEC schools are right now in the playoff. It started today. Texas A&M, Bama, Georgia, Texas, Ole Miss. That's what it looks like right now. But let's get to your boys. Your boys play tomorrow. Big game tomorrow night against Texas.
Righteous.
How are you feeling? What are you thinking?
With this Georgia team, I'm mainly worried about what defense gonna show up. Last week probably was the first game all season that we played 4 good quarters of football. I hope that we're gonna need to do that again tomorrow. But to me, I'm always wondering what defense is gonna show up. We'll get the defense that we'll get last week's defense, or we go get the defense that's struggling and can't stop the run sometimes. So, but I'm confident we're gonna pull this out. I think it's gonna be another close game between us and Texas, but I think we can pull it out.
Got a good thing that y'all pulling it out.
Yeah, you don't want to shoot the club, not with the kids there. What, man?
You good, man? Shoot up the club with the kids there. That is a crazy analogy, but I can understand what you're saying. Oh, man, that's crazy. But now, I think you guys should win. I think all eyes is going to be, again, you're going to hear a lot of Arch Manning talk tomorrow. Like I heard today, it's tomorrow legacy game for him. Look, he's played good the last couple of weeks, but there's levels to this. He's going to learn there's levels when you're playing against a school like Georgia tomorrow night. And it is not, I repeat, it is not going to be easy for him tomorrow night. By the way, random spaghetti is amazing, especially with the fresh hot garlic. Yeah, shout out to spaghetti.
That shit sound fire. Spaghetti. But you're right. Spaghetti sound amazing, but with cornbread, though.
Shout out to Mom Spaghetti.
Shout out to Mom Spaghetti.
Yes. Yeah, spaghetti is fire.
And not M&M's. Mom Spaghetti.
Yeah. His arms is right. But yeah, that's why we want to talk about those games, because those are probably the big marquee games on the schedule for tomorrow. But I want to get into the NFL. Let's first of all recap last night real briefly. Okay, Marty. Boy, Marty, congrats again on the Grammy notch. But it was like,
hey, Marty, congrats. Hey, man, get the Patriots out of here, even though they beat us this year. But congratulations on the Grammy notch, right?
Yeah. So I'm about to say Patriots 8 straight. But yeah, I was actually going to mention your boys.
They playing really well. I told y'all the week that they beat us, they the best team in the division.
And last night, obviously, they had an easy one. Last night, they beat the Jets 27-14 on Thursday Night Football. Drake May had another good game. And clearly, the Jets are a disaster. But what else is new? Yeah, of course. Shout out to Martin. Make sure y'all follow him. And whatever he pins, make sure y'all just follow him to see what he's got cooking in the lab. Some dope stuff.
Facts.
We all knew the Jets were going to lose, no surprise. Drake May's underrated. See, I don't know if I would say he's underrated yet, Sam. He's making the right progress.
Hey, listen, man.
But he's looking good, though.
Listen, man. This is go against me at everything I stand for as a Bills fan.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm with Drake May, man. And the only reason why I say that is every time I pick him on the bets, he always cover whatever the yardage mileage is.
Marty said, AC ran through us. Hayden isn't a good look for you. Oh, boy. In the words of the Joker, here we go.
God damn. What happened? Who was hating?
I think Marty was saying you was hating.
Oh. Well, no, ain't no reason to hate. I said y'all was better. I said y'all was the best team in the AFC East. That's no hate.
All right, that's why the Seahawks guess I'm still mad at that. Man, to let that Ernest Jones trade go, Sam. I mean, he's good, but he ain't like Lawrence Taylor or nobody. By the way, speaking of Lawrence Taylor, Abdul Carter. I know it's like calling out names, but I need to say something now. You want to show up your rookie year yet? Number 3 pick? You going to ask, can you wear the great number 56 like LT? Abdul Carter, through the first 10 games of his rookie year, has 22 tackles and only half a sack. Lawrence Taylor in his first night.
Don't do that, John. John, do not do that. You can make yourself mad.
Lawrence Taylor had 9.5 sacks, I think, through his first 10 games.
I thought you were going to say 9.5 ounces.
No, not that.
Okay.
Well, he probably did, but he probably did pre or post game. Who knows? By the way, Lawrence Taylor that year, defensive rookie and player of the year. You sure you wanted to wear number 56?
No, that's like me when I play with Madden.
By the way, we'll be with 10 points at halftime of this NBA Cup game.
The NBA Cup game?
Cup.
Wait, they got cup game?
Cup
game?
Cup. Yo, you good?
That's crazy. I didn't know people was playing cup game.
Yeah, so it was 47-45. Shout out to you, Don Saslin. But yeah, Abdul Carter is having a acquired because he's not living up to his expectations. Well, when you want to ask to wear number 56, you
man, he should be having a good year because that Giants line is crazy. It's not like you seeing a double team.
Yeah. But yeah, shenanigans are starting. You never saw call out this axe to wear Derek Thomas's number. I mean, look, because by the way, it was a good. I saw Terrell Suggs today he was on Good Morning Football. Terrell Suggs is on Good Morning Football.
Matter. Everything was.
Yeah, man. But T. Sizzle was on Good Morning Football today, and he was asked, and he wouldn't answer the question. Who's a better all time, Ray Lewis or Ed Reed? He refused. As I say, he don't act like people ask him about Kobe and LeBron. He never asked the question. He said he was in the film room. He sat by Ray Lewis every day. Let that sink in. He sat by every day. He was learning from Ray Lewis.
Why wasn't it? Never mind.
Why wasn't who?
Ray Lewis the answer. Don't get me wrong. I love Ed Reed, but Ray Lewis.
He wouldn't answer. He wouldn't give an answer directly. He didn't want to choose. He said Ed Reed was a coach's nightmare, though. Obviously, everything he did. I was
off script.
Yeah. Greatest safety ever.
Yep.
Well, not second greatest safety ever. Running lot. He's not better than running lot. I'm sorry.
John, I almost flipped his house upside down, dog.
I would say greatest safety probably ever played in Baltimore. Yeah. He's not in a running lot. I'm sorry. Yeah, the people who've said that, like, come on now. Greatest safety ever come out of Baltimore. Probably greatest safety ever come out of Miami. If you want to argue,
take the probably off.
Even though I know people will argue for Sean Taylor. People argue for Sean Taylor. But it was clearly Ed Reed. No, it was the Heat.
Oh, I thought you were doing
that. Yo, you all right? Yo, you good?
Yo, fam, I was about to leave. I didn't know what was happening right now.
Yeah, no, it was 4 letters. It was 4 letters, but yeah. But yeah, yo, what?
John, is you? No, never mind.
John, what did I do wrong now, man?
Nothing, man.
All right, man. Yes, okay, that's what we're going. All right, but back to this. But back to what we were talking about. The Patriots won. Good win for them. They're playing the Jets. Who cares? But I'm kidding, Marty. But yeah, the Jets stink. But like I said, I named tonight's episode the Football Buffet. Shout out to the person mine who made the graphic. It was dope. So
was that Nelson?
Yes.
Pretty dope.
Yes. She's a genius she's a creative genius. Yo, I said she's a creative genius. What is wrong with you?
John, that's not what you said at first. I heard what you said.
All right, man.
John, I heard what you.
All right, man. All right.
Go to everything.
All right, man.
I'm gonna cover my mouth again about.
Look at these games.
John is a sick individual, y'all.
I know no such thing. But yeah, look at these games. So obviously, let's start off right here, the 3 games in the middle. I'm gonna start over here with your boys, Buffalo hosting Tampa. So you get this QB matchup of the class of 2018 matchup between Josh Allen and the number 1 overall pick that year, Baker Mayfield. Obviously, people redo the draft. Some people probably will have him and Lamar at the top of the first round.
Yeah, people probably do Lamar, Josh, and right now the way Baker been playing the last couple of years, Baker.
I don't know.
Looking to who else is in that draft.
I don't know what's happening, Faith. It's wild. It's wild.
Faith, I don't know what John is doing, but
it's saying most underrated safety, not a Hall of Fame. Nolan Cromwell. Kenny Easley's in the Hall of Fame. Kenny Easley was a hard hitter. He's in the Hall of Fame. By the way, the Rockets now 8-2. I think 8-1 since starting 0-2. And they 140 points. Yeah, it's Fred VanVleet. God, stinks he's not playing right now. But yeah, this game, obviously both of these teams have a lot to play for. Obviously, the Buccaneers trying to continue to be the front runners in the NFC South. Let me take that graphic down so y'all can see us. There we go. The Buccaneers trying to continue being the top team in the NFC South. And then you have Mark, your Bills, obviously, right now playing catch up right now in the AFC East with the Patriots. I do have the NFL playoff picture right now. And this doesn't include what happened last night, but it really doesn't matter because it's nothing changed. But if you look at the NFL the playoff picture right now in the AFC, obviously the Colts, the Broncos would be 1 and 2, or 1 and 2. Then you will have the Patriots and the Steelers. Those are your division leaders. Then you have the Chargers, the Bills, and the Jaguars as your division leaders right now. That means the Chiefs are out of the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, the Chiefs playoffs started today. The Kansas City Chiefs will not be in the playoffs. You go over to the NFC, and we'll talk about them also in a minute. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But that's the way that the playoffs look like for you guys. If the playoffs started today, you guys would go to New England to face the Patriots. Tampa Bay would host the Rams, which would be an interesting matchup. What are you looking forward to this game Sunday afternoon with your boys against Tampa?
To see if we can stop the run, of course.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't been doing that all year long. See if we get any pressure with the line, and see how we go stop Baker Mayfield, man. And also, let's see how Joe Brady had a bad last couple of weeks, and he's been hearing it a lot from Bills Mafia. I don't know if he stayed off social media or not, but last couple of weeks have been real rough for Joe Brady. So let's see if he does something different this week.
Yeah, definitely that, and obviously Tampa, like I said, they're gonna be a tough challenge. Tough challenge. No Bucky Irving, no Chris Godwin, obviously no Mike Evans.
No problem.
It should be no problem for Buffalo, but this is a real good team. You said
it should be no problem for Buffalo?
People think it should be no problem, but
I think it should be no problem for Tampa Bay.
Well, we got to keep an eye on how this goes. The other game I want to talk about in this series, and it involves the NFC, an NFC West showdown right there in the middle. Sam's LA Rams, led by MVP candidate Matthew Stafford, against Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks. Right now, again, if you look at the playoff picture, right now, the Seahawks will have the number 2 seed in the NFC playoffs. They lead the West right now. The Rams have the 5th seed.
Are they getting a tiebreaker over?
Yeah. Right now, this will be their first meeting. But I guess by strength of schedule, the Seahawks
are probably more division win.
They're division win stat too. They're right now the number 2 seed, and obviously they play again on Thursday Night Football in December. But this is also interesting. This is the Cooper Kupp return game. Cooper Kupp is making his first return to SoFi as a member of the Seattle Seahawks. Matthew Stafford has been playing amazing, probably the best football in his entire career. He's currently an MVP candidate right now. And man, is he on fire. Three straight games with 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. Y'all better put some respect on this dude's name. He's definitely a future Hall of Famer. And man, and this is a big game for the Rams, obviously. So they want to try to get home field and get the NFC West division. This game could probably determine who's really the best team in the NFC. I know the Eagles are in the 1 seed, but right now, if you look at this playoff picture, Eagles, then you have the Seahawks, Lions, and the Buccaneers are the rest of your division leaders. And then you have the Rams, the Bears.
The Bears
is
surprising, but shout out to the Bears.
And the Packers, who, man, sometimes you just wonder, they're really like
Packer,
yeah, I'm trying to Packer, all right. They really are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get with the Green Bay Packers. One day you might get Jordan Love looking like the next coming of Aaron Rodgers. The next thing you look like the next coming of.
You could look like George Michael next game.
George Michael?
Mm-hmm. You know who George Michael is?
Yes, I know who George Michael is.
You gotta have faith.
Well, clearly, they're gonna need faith. They're gonna need some faith.
Which faith?
I don't know, something. I heard pack her, come do it. Yeah, okay. That's I'll see what type of stuff you want right now. But yeah, that's gonna be a good game. That's a 1 o'clock game over at SoFi, out here in our rainy city of LA right now. Whoever told you I never ran in Southern California, that's a lie. Although it's a dope song for Tony. But
And none of your name was Tony.
Go figure.
All right, I'm out.
No, you ain't lying. You're not lying. None of them dudes' name was Tony. I don't know. Look, my daddy's name was Tony, so I can tell. I know this for a fact. None of them dudes' name was Tony. And Tony. I know Raphael. I know Dwayne. I don't even know what the other dude's name was.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Dwayne Wiggins. But those Tony was not Tony. None of them dudes' name was Tony. That's like Martin said. You get 3, you get another member there. They're phony. But Tony was dope. They were dope. I'm not dissing Tony. Now, so don't. I'm not dissing Tony. They were dope. Sadiq is a genius. But let's be clear. None of them dudes' name was Tony. It was just a good name. It was just a nice name for the group. Yeah. And it says it never rains in Southern California. Yeah, they lied. They lied. Yeah. It gets wet. Yeah. In the city, it gets wet, as it is right now. Yeah, the streets, it's real slippery out here. Watch your step. Be safe. And don't crash, please. I beg of you. Back to the foosball. Because I got to talk about my squad. The Denver Broncos, we're throwing some NFL film. We're talking all this football. We ain't got no NFL film, no news from the great people over at NFL Films. Let's go. All right, that's it. Let's go ahead. So, my Broncos, everyone say we're a fraudulent 8-2 team. We're a fraudulent 8-2 team. Hey, a win is a win. And the playoffs started today, we'd be the number 2 seed in the playoffs. And technically, we should have beat the Colts and went for a stupid penalty on a field goal. And it was just a miraculous catch from Keenan Allen from being 10-0. Why you BSing? But I'll leave it alone. Those are 2 losses we had. But we host the Chiefs tomorrow, first matchup within this season. But I do think tomorrow night, Sunday afternoon, we're coming to claim the NFC West back. The Chiefs have had a stronghold on the NFC West since Mahomes in the Mahomes era. Now it's time for the Broncos to go back and claim what's theirs. We're leading the NFC West, and a win would definitely further the Chiefs' chances of making the playoffs. So let's push them away as far as possible from getting in the playoffs. And knowing it's a division game, I want to see. Look, I'm tired of hearing that this is the Colts. The Chiefs division, and we're just living in it. No, we're gonna go out there and win. The Broncos are gonna come back and reclaim what's theirs. I said it. Yeah, come ride the Bronco bandwagon right now. Trust me. Yeah, that's all I'm saying about that. Then Sunday night. I know y'all waiting all day for Sunday night, but y'all be waiting all day for Sunday night lights. So, just saying, people love Sunday night lights.
Are y'all okay?
I'm good.
Not just you.
I'm good.
Are y'all okay?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm definitely good. Life is great. Sunday night, where you can catch me and Mark for Sunday Night Lights. This game, we have these 2 quarterbacks at the edge of this graphic. Jared Goff, Jalen Hurts. As we will see the Detroit Lions head to Philly to take on the Super Bowl champion Eagles. There's been a lot going on in the news with the Eagles, specifically around one Arthur Brown. AJ Brown was on a Twitch stream saying, if you have him on fantasy, you need to drop him. There's some people who were saying that he was basically calling for, I think another stream some said he was calling for, so he was passive aggressively calling for the Eagles to fire offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo. Yes. And he was saying, obviously, the offense, we haven't been doing our job. I don't know what to say about this situation. It's nothing but drama with the Philadelphia Eagles. And that's what you want to have when you're trying to go back to back. Things are not going to be perfect, and they're definitely not going to be like they was last year. But clearly,
I do have a question for you when it comes to the Eagles.
What's that?
Do you think AJ Brown wrong in this?
I'm personally number one is to keep stuff in house, but he's being honest. He's being asked a question, and he's not ducking the question.
But I mean, the pouting, all this, even while the team is winning.
Look, man. Some dudes are not just happy with just winning. They want to feel like they had an impact on winning. But clearly, AJ Brown feel like he has not. Though they are winning, he does not feel like he's had an impact on them winning.
I think I'm somewhere in the middle on this.
Right, too.
Yeah, to me, I feel like, as you said earlier, win is a win, and the whole thing, the whole thing about the NFL is to get as many wins possible at any rate possible, right? But I also know AJ Brown is not in his career in Philadelphia.
His show don't look like it,
and his value is in his stats and his performance. So it seems like what Philadelphia is doing. What I'm going to tell you what it seems like. I think what he felt like Philadelphia is doing is intentionally kind of lower his value.
By the way, AJ Brown this season only like 30 or 38 receptions, only 400 yards receiving. He's on pace to only have 800 yards receiving. Yep. This from a guy whose Instagram handle is 1K_always open.
He be open a lot. Damn.
So,
is this Batman?
Yo, you good?
Listen, man. We can't listen to R. Kelly. We can't listen to Batman either.
This ain't Batman. It's NFL films. Okay. Adam West had a connection with NFL films. I know Bruce Wayne did. Shut up, Mark.
I didn't even say nothing.
You were thinking it.
Listen.
You were thinking it. See? See?
Listen. If it ain't got to be said, y'all understand what it is.
But the Lions. Dan Campbell is now going to be calling the play. Is now calling the offense. He's calling the offense. Obviously, they had a first-year offensive coordinator in John Morton. Obviously, he's had his struggles, and one of the things he struggled with was getting Jameson Williams involved. Dan Campbell said, "Enough of that. Give me the play sheet." And he's found ways to get Jameson Williams involved, which he's one obviously outside of Jahmyr Gibbs, their most dynamic player on offense. Yeah, it's blasphemy to talk bad about Batman, JoJo. It is. It's blasphemy. You don't disrespect it. You don't disrespect the Dark Knight or the Cape Crusader. You don't disrespect that. Yo, what's wrong with you? See? You see? You see? The nerve of you, dude. So Amon-Ra St. Brown. No, Amon-Ra. Number one, let me be clear on this. So y'all saw during the game, obviously the Lions just destroyed the Commanders on Sunday, and the president happened to be in the building because it was obviously Veterans Day weekend. And where is it going now? Okay, my bad. But y'all saw Amon-Ra St. Brown got a touchdown, and he did the infamous Donald Trump dance that was made that John Bones Jones did, obviously, when he won a fight, when he won his last fight. And clearly, I don't know, did that tick Deron Payne off? And Deron Payne just clocked him. Yeah, Deron Payne clocked him. I don't know what. Look, I don't know what he could have said that bad. Oh boy, yeah. I don't know what he could have said that bad could have made him want to just punch his dude for no reason. But man, he sure the F did. So for the Lions, they want to keep their position in the NFC. As I said, you got the Eagles right now are the number 1 seed in the NFC. Oh boy, I didn't know this was about to get bad. Then you have the Seahawks. The Lions are in the 3 seed. I mean, they would play the Bears. The Bears in the wild card. And obviously they right now hold the tiebreakers and they own the division lead. So that's why, even though they're both 6-3, they will have the home game. They will own the home game if that was the case. But
is that the draft order?
Yes, it is.
As of right now. Okay.
As of right now, we'll get there as well. But I look at the Lions I look at what the Lions right now. They are.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. The Lions right now, if you look at their situation, they are obviously did not have a good off. They had a great season last year, winning the division, but unfortunately, we all know how that ended. With with them losing to the Commanders on their home field. They had the number 1 seed, and they didn't even make it out of the first weekend of the NFL, the second weekend of the playoffs. So hopefully you would think something's going to change with Dan Campbell now calling the plays. Obviously, you got Jameson Williams more involved. Jahmyr Gibbs still looking like Jahmyr Gibbs. Obviously, Amon-Ra St. Brown is who he is. But can this defense get going? Can they make life uncomfortable for Jalen Hurts from Sunday night? Is going to be the question. Does Jalen Hurts have an easy road to success as he tries to get the Detroit Lions, the Philadelphia Eagles, back-to-back Super Bowls and their 3rd Super Bowl appearance in 4 years. Shout out to Brown. That's all I'm going to say. Brown is good for you. What will Brown do for you? You have no idea. But yeah, those are the games we're going to talk about. They want to talk about, again, Sunday Night Lights with me and Mark Sunday. For Lions, Eagles, live at 5. We'll join. The show will start at 5. Me and Mark will join right at the start of kickoff. So make sure y'all be with us. We'll talk about that. What up, Chris? But let's go back to the playoff picture. So obviously we talked about the playoff picture, but over here you can see on the side, this is the way the NFL draft order will look if the playoffs, if the season ended last Sunday. The Titans right now will have the number 1 pick for the 2nd straight year. Be the first. Then it'd be the Saints. Then you got the Giants. Then the Browns with their own pick. Then you have the Jets. My Lord, that was hideous. You have the Jets that round out the top 5, followed by the Raiders. The Nessa and JoJo's Dolphins would have number 7. The Commanders right now would be 8. The Bengals would be 9. The Rams would be 10. And let me explain to y'all why. Y'all recall last year the Rams traded out of their first round with the Atlanta Falcons, and the Falcons went and took my guy from Tennessee, James Pierce Jr., and obviously to help solidify that pass rush. So that pick with the Rams having number 10 is technically the Falcons pick. So the Falcons continue to be bad. And I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it can. We could possibly be talking about the Rams having the number 1 pick in the draft if the Falcons just implode.
Holy shit.
Oh, we don't talk. Oh boy, yeah, I would have whooped his ass too. Then you have the Cardinals, Cowboys, Ravens, the Vikings, the Texans, the Panthers, and this is crazy. The Chiefs and the 49ers would be on the outside looking in right now at the playoffs.
We should come visit this in about 4 weeks.
We definitely will.
And see what take a mental note of what these standings are now and see what the standings are be in about 4 weeks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We will revisit this in about 4 weeks. So keep your eyes on that. But yeah, those are the games you want to definitely focus on this week. Were these four particular Bills, Buccaneers, Rams, Seahawks, Broncos, Chiefs, and then the Sunday nighter, which is the Lions and the Eagles. So, and if you don't know what the rest of the NFL schedule is looking like, we have it for you. As we do every week, we have the NFL schedule for the upcoming week. So here's the schedule again for some of the games. Obviously, we saw last night. The other notable games: the Chargers in Jacksonville against the Jaguars, and the word is no Trevor Lawrence this game.
What? What happened to you? Oh, you got hurt last week?
Yeah. So it sounds like Nick Mullins will get the start. And that's really outside of the other games we mentioned. That's the only other game where you got two teams who are above 500 playing. 500 better playing, because the rest of the games are either teams were below 500 or one team's below 500, the other's above 500. We got divisional matchups like the Steelers and Bengals and the Ravens and Browns, but obviously the games, the 4 games I showed y'all will be the games. A lot of Sunday ticket subscribers will be watching Sunday afternoon and Sunday night. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get to the final segment of the show, but I gotta get off my chest tonight. It's a segment that's often imitated, it's never duplicated. And sometimes people say stuff in the sports world they gotta get called out for. And this is the place where we do it at. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It is time for calling out names. I'm gonna start off first. I'm still in celebration mode right now, everybody, with the Dodgers. But we still got a bunch of haters out there, and I want to address a couple of them. What up, Dalton? Okay, not that Dalton. I'm going to start with Ariel Helwani. Ariel Helwani, of course, y'all know him, MMA writer.
Ariola who?
Ariel. Not Ariola. You call him Ariola Helwani? But Ariel Helwani, he has a show on Yahoo and YouTube, the Ariel Helwani Show. Shout out. Give a shout out to those Ariolas. But he's from Canada, so that makes him a Blue Jays fan. And what are Blue Jays fans doing right now? Mm-hmm. They keep wanting to call out the Dodgers. And Ariel Helwani's the latest.
I meant to tweet this, but I know everyone was going to say like, "Oh, you're coping." I don't know if you guys watched a lot of the footage. I thought the Dodgers looked like jackasses. I thought they embarrassed themselves. I mean, did you guys see some of this stuff? I mean, there was this one clip where they're kind of mocking the ball being lodged moment. Like, you're mocking it. You're mocking a play that was controversial in which you didn't play the ball and called for it to be a ground rule double, and now you're laughing. And then the Kike Hernandez thing. Did you guys see he quoted the famous Conor McGregor UFC 205 interview, apologized to no one, but like the setup was just, it was, he fumbled his way through it, if we're being honest. Called himself the triple champ. I mean, yeah, you got an A on the group project, Kike. Let's be honest, okay? I mean, if Paez doesn't catch that ball, you're remembered for the guy who missed Ernie Clement's fly ball, okay? But the main thing for me was that I was an even bigger Blue Jays fan last night because they are classy, they are professional, they are respectful. They would never conduct themselves the way in which the Dodgers did yesterday. So,
excuse me. I'm trying to be nice to these freaking Canadians, man. I'm really trying to be nice to my people from the six. Once again, y'all want to step into the dungeon with us dudes from Cali. And once again, I gotta remind y'all who of y'all place in this. Y'all get no right to tell us how to celebrate. You lost. So then Ariel Helwani, so he mentioned Kike Hernandez. So this is what he was talking about. So Kike did see Ariel Helwani's video, and he responds, "Suck it, Ariel Helwani, loser. Does 3-time World Series champ sound better than triple champ?" And then Helwani responds, "Congrats on getting an A on the group project, Kike. Great read on that Clement fly ball, bro." And then Kike, he had some fun with this. Like, you got me. Good there. I took the L on that one. But this is where Ariel Helwani also pissed me off at. And this also sides into my second call down names. And it's and I'm gonna play the audio first, then I'll read what Helwani said. My second call down names is Christopher Mad Dog Russo, along with Ariel Helwani. Who the hell are y'all to slander the name of Joe Davis?
When you're a national broadcaster and you're the voice of the sport on a big stage, when you did 1 million playoff games, and then they, in one of the crippling losses that a franchise is going to have in the history of the sport, that's as bad a loss as you're ever going to have. And I got Joe, basically the body's not even cold yet. And I got Joe at Dodger Stadium doing the freaking Dodger parade. Oh my God, that's bad. I'm sorry. I don't care what you say. You can say I'm screaming and yelling about nothing. That would piss me off if I'm a Blue Jay fan. I got Joe Davis shaking everybody's hand. Give me a shaking freaking Ohtani's hand, and he's freaking wacky, getting rings. He's the announcer for the World Series. You think Kirk Gowdy was getting any of this nonsense? You think Garrett?
Doggy, let me tell you where you're wrong. Yeah.
Everywhere.
Huh?
Everywhere.
Yeah. You're right. Joe Davis is the voice of the World Series. He's also the voice of the Dodgers. So let me get to my other reason why I called out Ariel Helwani. So then Ariel Helwani wants to tweet this. Dodger fans are so mad at me. Oh no, what will I do? Yamamoto can talk all the shit he wants, just like Vlad could have and did. Stars who delivered are allowed to. I had an issue with the bit players who got an A on the project, and aka did nothing and played like crap, talking smack. And for the national voice of baseball, who's, yes, I know, is the Dodgers play-by-play guy, to be the MC of the parade is an awful look. Like, look, Mike Green would never. Excuse me, Ariel Helwani, how do you know Mike Green would never call the MC the Knicks parade if the Knicks didn't win the championship? So let me get this straight. So y'all want to slander Joe Davis, who's the voice of the Dodgers, the dude who had to come behind, who had to succeed Vince Scully. Let me clean that up. The dude who had to succeed Vince Scully. I know it already started bad, so I had to do my best. Joe Davis was the guy handpicked to be the successor for Vince Scully. And he has done a great job. What up, Mike D? Wrestling from the 313 in the building. What up, though? So Ariel Helwani and Mad Dog Russo thing, he just because he's the voice of the World Series, he shouldn't be allowed to MC for the team that cuts him a check every year. Help me understand this. And then Ariel Helwani want to say this dumb crap that Mike Breen would never. So those who don't know, Mike Breen, of course, the legendary, the voice of the NBA on ESPN and ABC, is also the longtime voice of the New York Knicks. When the last time the Knicks won the NBA championship?
72, 70.
So you're telling me the Knicks win the championship this year for the first time in 54 years. Mike Breen, who's been the voice of the Knicks, I think, for the last 25 to 30 years, wouldn't consider emceeing the parade because he's the national TV voice for ESPN. But his day job is to call Knicks games on MSG Network with Walt Frazier.
John, but they sound like it's a bunch of losers.
And they are.
That's all it is.
They are. Now, my next calling out names, and it's more of a fun calling it. I'm not really mad at it, but I thought it was funny. And I know some Laker fans probably got bent out of shape about it. Pause. Chris Finch. My Lord. I think that second first screen for you, Mark. Chris Finch, the head coach of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah. My wife was worried about me. She's like, "You're such a workaholic. What are you going to do?" And I was like, watch how amazing I am at doing nothing. It was great.
I mean, I bet you 3/4 of these people are going to go home and do a podcast tonight, you know?
You're going with the anti-media tropes right out of the gate.
I mean, it'll qualify you to coach the Lakers, you know?
So Chris Finch, the coach of the Timberwolves, was on the Zach Lowe podcast. It was on the Zach Lowe show, the Zach Lowe podcast. Shout out to Zach Lowe. And he basically, takes a little pie shot at JJ Redick, basically saying, being a podcaster means you could become the head coach of the Lakers. Yes, we all know JJ Redick, before he became the coach of the Lakers, had a podcast with LeBron James. But let's also be clear. JJ Redick isn't the first podcaster or analyst that comes from the booth to the sideline. Doc Rivers did it. Mark Jackson did it. We got many coaches who've done it. And let me be clear, this didn't bother me. I thought it was all in good fun.
It was.
It was all in good fun. Chris Finch and JJ Redick have a good relationship. And let me say this. Who did the Lakers beat in JJ Redick's first game as head coach? You know who it was, Mark? It was the Minnesota Timberwolves. What happened the last time? Not this year. How did the Lakers season end last year?
They lost to Minnesota.
Yeah. So Chris Finch can talk some stuff right now. Although this year the Lakers got Luka went nuclear. We was watching that game. But Chris Finch this is bothering me. And anybody who got upset over it, give me a break. Go get laid. My last call out names is Pat Beverly. Now we know the story that's going on in the news with Pat Beverly. So this has nothing to do with that. That is a family issue. Let that be between him and his family, please. My issue with Pat Beverly was this comment he said on his podcast in regards to the Lakers.
Russell Westbrook.
What about him?
Cooking.
This guy was not signed throughout training camp.
It's got to be something we don't know, and what that is, I don't know. I've never been a team.
But he had the option to stay in Denver. He said they didn't want him. He lucky because I would have stayed. I would have picked up my option. But y'all do y'all motherfucking job, trade me.
I mean, is he a good teammate? I've never heard anyone say anything other than
elite teammate.
Right. So I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
It's the Westbrook shit.
And I can't be.
What, a triple double?
No, but I'm saying that the stink that the Lakers fans put on him by being like, now he looks to the casual fan as if he's washed, when that's clearly not the case.
Remember Pat said, it was because of the Lakers. Everyone's like, don't blame the Lakers, blah, blah, blah. Even him, you seen the video, he was like, they were signing jerseys. Kids had Lakers jerseys of him. He's like, yeah, I'm not signing that.
Yeah,
right.
Wow.
I got the text message. Look, gang. I know what that means. Thanks for speaking the motherfucking truth, gang.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
But-
Melo played for the Lakers. After he did, what happened to Melo? Rondo played for the Lakers. What happened to him? Dwight played for the Lakers.
Steve Nash.
Karl Malone.
Yeah.
Gary Payton.
Gary Payton got a championship in 06. Yeah.
So let me be clear what Patrick Beverly was saying. He basically saying guys like Carmelo Anthony, Rajon Rondo, Dwight Howard, who played with the Lakers at the end of their career, the Lakers pretty much ruined their career. Basically, they looked that different based on how their career ended with the Lakers. Last time I checked, didn't Dwight Howard win a ring with the Lakers?
Yep.
Didn't Rajon Rondo win a ring with the Lakers?
Yep.
I'm not counting Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony was already at the end of the road. Don't do that. Russell Westbrook, don't do that. You almost said Gary Payton? Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't Gary Payton go to the finals with the Lakers just 1 year there?
He did. Karl Malone was on that same team too.
Yeah. But the Lakers make people look different about their career. Stop the crap. That sounded so stupid. And like I said, Patrick Beverly, the situation right now with your family, salute. You're in my prayers. But that crap was stupid. Straight up dumb. Come on now. The Lakers are the man, come on, dude. Jojo, you trying what? Oh, okay.
It's time to end the show.
All right. That's yeah, that was just dumb. That was but yeah, my main call on names was Ariel Hawani and Mad Dog. So let me be clear.
I'm never calling them areolas. Well, that's the thing.
I'm gonna say this to anybody who has a problem with the Dodgers celebrate.
You shut your mouth, I'll come out there and slap the syphilis right off your face.
Thank you, Final Boss. Mark, you got anybody for calling on names?
Keep talking.
I'm looking at it right now. The Spurs are up 79-77. Just saw Manu Ginobili's in the house. And Wemby, 1-2 step misses. Draymond bringing the ball off the court. By the way, we only have one more week of NBA group play. And Moses Moody, miss. One more week of NBA group play, which will happen Thanksgiving week. Three for Julian Champagne, wherever. Champagne. And the Spurs are up 5 right now. By the way, Spurs. Brzezinski, knocks it down. By the way, another thing. What the heck kind of defense was the Cleveland Cavs playing on that Andrew Wiggins play the other day?
I didn't even see it.
Was that Lil Rodman? Pause.
Lil Rodman. Crazy.
I didn't say that.
Somebody got a little Rodman out of pocket.
I didn't say that. I said Little Rodman. I didn't say he had that. That's between him and his equipment manager. Pause. Yeah, nothing to do with me. Yo, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't have nobody.
All right. Butler shooting over 3. He's 5. Shot clock violation. All right. We're going to get up out of here. My boys play New Mexico tomorrow, so I really ain't got nothing good to say. But just don't go with Bud and make and try to get some style points. Obviously, we're not going to make the playoff this year, but we'll definitely still get a decent bowl game. Mark, final words for Georgia before you got against Texas.
Play defense. Just play defense.
Yeah. She's saying hook him. She's saying gig him.
She want the hook.
No, she's saying F them horns.
So she want the curve.
No, she said the horns can go. Yeah, the horns can go down. Yeah. All right, Broncos. This is a big win for us. This is a big game for us. We're going into the bye week. And I know how Andy Reid is coming off a bye week. Let's go claim our division back. Go get that W. We'll be 9-2, and let's make it look. And let's not have people questioning: Are we a fraudulent 9-2 team? Let's go get this dub. Mark, final word for the Bills.
Offense, gotta wake up. You gotta be going to save the defense ass. So wake up. That's it. I don't have no faith in them right now.
All right, we'll get up out of here. So again, Sunday, check me and Mark for Sunday Night Lights. We'll be live during Eagles, Lions on Sunday Night Football. Monday, check us out, the 5-4, myself, Trail, Nessa, JoJo for Tribal War Zone. John Cena's last Monday Night Raw from the Garden.
Who's trying to go wrong in the Garden?
I mean, it is the Mecca. Jordan got a double nickel back that night. But we got 61. Tuesday, and we'll be back Tuesday. Cody be back. Nick will be back. We'll recap all the NFL and college football action and the latest college football rankings and everything. And then, of course, Wednesday you can check the 5-4 out for Sports4U Wrestling. Humble Roses as well earlier with Vanessa, Cash, and the crew. And then me and Mark will be back here next Friday causing all types of chaos on Sports4U on a Friday. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for Sports4U podcast. If you want, scan this QR code, please. If you scan this QR code, take you directly to our YouTube channel. No, and ladies and gentlemen, this is not an Only John. It is not an Only John's QR code. Those are
accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusations. And furthermore,
thank you, Rose. Hit that subscribe button and then like, share, subscribe. We're almost at 500 subscribers, so about three more subscribers away from 500. Help us get to that 500. Yeah, what you say. And then subscribe to Coach and Finance and Townhouse Media as well on YouTube as well. Yeah, shout out to Nessa. Get well soon as she's recovering from ACL surgery. She got a new ACL, so maybe she'll go out there to put some boot statuses real soon.
Excuse me?
I said she might put some boot statuses real soon. You never know. Oh, I don't know. Good. And so shout out to her. Shout out to the whole team backstage and everything, helping us, get the shows right. Helping us get the show right. We'll be back on Sunday. Enjoy the football this weekend. Enjoy the basketball this weekend.
Enjoy the titties this weekend.
Yeah, enjoy them this weekend as well. Eat some good food. Stay healthy. And if you're in LA, stay dry. It's raining pretty hard out here.
Or stay wet.
Or if you're going to stay wet, don't get drenched. This has been Sports4U. Oh, JT, don't be sad, man. JT, don't be sad, bro. Come on, man. Don't be sad, JT. JT, matter of fact, Tuesday, pull up Tuesday. JT, this is my challenge. Pull up Tuesday, JT, to the show. Right there. Pull up Tuesday to join the chaos and make some picks. Make some picks with us Tuesday. My Mr. Marks and Mike's himself. This has been Sports4U. I'm John. That's Mark.
Sometimes.
And we'll see y'all on Sunday night. Enjoy the sports this weekend.